How are we doing? All right. We're still checking connection.
Which one?
I reckon that one's not on finding something. So you can take that out and fix that. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share one good thing that has happened to you in the last 24 hours or one thing you are grateful for. I have just hopped off all the horses and have come to the house for breakfast. And I'm very, 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 very lucky. Say hi, Phil. Where are you? Uh-oh.
Hi.
You're going to cook me some eggs and avo, please?
Morning healthy eating. Yes, we're going to cook a few meals. That's what we're talking about. Health.
Are we talking about health today?
Oh, no. We can.
Talking about eggs and avocado. Yeah, so it's all about having some breakfast. We've come up to see the kids. And all good. Hi, Phil. Don't know how to spell his name. That's perfect, Zandra. That's a cool name too, Zandra. I love it. All right. So, while I am sitting here waiting for breakfast, lunch. What's the time? It's 11 with us. So, brunch.
Where's my meal?
How can I help? How can I help you guys today? I had some good rides today, which was fun. Got to play. Georgiana, looking forward to this as usual. Good. So remember one good thing that's happened to you or one thing you are grateful for. And yep, what are your questions? How can I help? Grateful to have online competition submission. Good. Hello, hello, hello. Advice for first ride after a fall. Advice for first ride after a fall. So do the work before you get on. Do the work so that when it's time to get on, you are thinking of nothing when you put that foot in your stirrup. If you are putting that foot in the stirrup, thinking about what happened last time, thinking about what could go wrong this time, with an awful feeling of dread and fear and anxiety in your stomach, you're not going to enjoy the ride. It's probably not going to be a good ride. Your horse is going to be, what the hell's going on? And you might create a problem where there wasn't a problem. So you need to make sure that you are that you've done the work before you get back on. In your mindset, so you can just put your foot in the stirrup and deal with whatever happens when you put your foot in the stirrup. Aloha! I love it, Raven. Okay. What do you do with your young horses? I've just started my wee gelding. Do you use poles? No, I don't use poles. So when we're starting with a young horse, we get him used to a bridle, we get him used to a saddle, then we get him used to lunging, going around in a circle. And when you lunge them, they start to feel, obviously if you're lunging them, they get to feel what that turning sensation feels like in their mouth. They understand that the whip means forward. They understand your voice normally and your energy. So when we're lunging, we also try to turn our shoulders in and be like, whoa, when we want them to be small. And when we want them to be big, we're very shoulders back, really with our energy to make them go forward. So we get them lunging, walk, trot, canter, happy days, happy days, happy days. And when we have had enough happy days in walk, trot, canter, then I get on with Phil still hanging on to me on the lunge, and we might lunge for anywhere from 1 to 10 rides, depending on how good it is. And then Phil takes me off the lunge, but he stays in the middle of the arena. So the horse doesn't know he's off the lunge, but he really is. And Phil's laughing because it makes me feel so much better. And we circle around Phil, and then we start making that circle bigger and making it the full arena, but Phil's still walking around with me, and he's there with the whip if I ever need legs, because I don't really ride them yet. And I should have said that when I first start with the lunge, I'm just a passenger. I'm just weight. I don't ride with my hands. I don't ride with my legs. I'm just weight. And then I start combining. So I'll ask Phil to ask for trot, and I will close my legs at the same time to, pair that. And then once they're walk, trot, cantering around the arena, with Phil in the arena. Then Phil goes out, and then we're all alone. And then we walk, trot, canter around the arena. And when they can walk, trot, canter, stop, turn with a 20-meter circle, they're, to me, they've graduated. They're not in kindergarten anymore. It's time to go to school. And then they're a normal horse. You take them to school. You teach them leg yield. You teach them shoulder in. You teach them how to move their shoulders and how to move their hind legs and how to go forward and how to come back, etc., etc., etc. Haha, love that, Tash. If we had enough happy days. Yeah, we got to have happy days. Will you be going live in the saddle again soon? Yes, Friday. Yeah, so Friday it will be happening. Should you start teaching shoulder in and renver and the walk first to get a feel for it? I do. Yep, I don't know if that's me, but yeah, I definitely do. Okay, I'm buying my forever horse this week. I love it, Raven. Enjoy. And your videos are such an inspiration and so helpful. If I ever take a trip there, I would love to meet you. Oh, we would love to have you down in Australia one day. Okay. What have we got? I love what you said in a previous video about telling the horse where he or she is going, overcoming fear and hesitation. Made a huge difference for me on my 5-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred. We are nailing our distances now. Good, I'm so glad it helps Kay. Okay. My horse gets crazy when I carry a whip. Should I try to keep sending him forward or try to stop his bouncing around? Instinct says make him stop. I suspect you will say make him go. So I'm not quite sure what's happening, what bouncing around is. And you said your first sentence was my horse gets crazy when I carry a whip. So if your horse is for some reason associated the whip as a bad thing, or he's hot or he's sensitive about the whip, I don't carry a whip. I have a hot horse at the moment that I don't carry a whip with a lot of the horses. So I've just got my kick up from a leg, or my spur if I need to back up my leg. If the horse isn't going forward, yes, the horse needs to go forward, but you can do that with a kick as well. I'm so glad you love the audio lessons, Fiona. Is my family here? Yes, Phil is in the kitchen and the kids are in the bedroom, I think. I work so much better with you in my ear. I'm so glad. I'm very honoured and glad to be in your ear. Okay. Any tips for horses that overbend to the inside and bulge in the shoulder? Yep. Don't overbend them. So if they're doing this, you need to get this back. So you see how my shoulder moved when I put my head back. So if anything, if the horse is doing that, put them in the opposite direction. Put their head over here and make their shoulder fall into the inside. Do the opposite of what the horse wants to do. Okay. Any tips for my newly broken filly to start collection with her? Not collection yet. Just forward. Just go and walk, trot, canter, and then some yielding and some movement of sideways movement is where I would start. Really enjoying the Easter pack. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so glad, Janine. If anyone would like to get that Easter pack, $400 worth of value for $9 and then you're subscribed to Xflix, and it's $9 every 30 days for as long as you want to stay a member. You can get that at yourridingsuccess.com/Easter at home.
We'll put it in a bit later.
Phil says he will put it in. He just wanted to make sure I did that link. You're cooking your breakfast now, though. You have to show your breakfast because your breakfast is more insane than mine.
Oh.
Okay, so, yeah, how else have I ever jumped in my life? Yes, I have photos of me jumping in my life. I think I competed up to 90 centimetres, a metre, in eventing and show jumping, but wasn't that good at it. Much better at going around in circles, so... ooh, can we see? Yeah, I'm sure. We've got some jumping photos in one of the books, don't we, Phil?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Linda, reading Fearless Riding, so interesting. I love it, Linda. What's your biggest takeaway? What's your biggest learning so far? Oh, please name your top 3 mentors. Whoa. I've got like 300. My top. Leave it with me. I really want to think about that. Phil just put his hand up. You're not my mentor. You're my entertainment. My inspiration? I don't know. Oh, yay, Michelle. Had to go at the right canter yesterday, and she was definitely better after the leg yield. Go, Michelle. Keep going with that. Huge fan. Your videos are amazing and they help a lot. Do you have advice to stop your horse from being extremely heavy? I hate you. Extremely heavy in your hands and dropping his head and taking the bit and running. Sorry, and I wasn't meaning I hate you. I was the jumping moose. I was hating YouTube. And I don't hate you, YouTube. It just disappeared. Okay. Do you have advice to stop your horse from being extremely heavy in your hands and dropping his head and taking the bit? Yeah, a horse can only hang on something if you hang back. So don't hang. Half halts, sharp half halts, like take, give. They can't hang on take, give. They can only hang on take. So don't just hold it, if that makes sense. Hello from Northern Ireland. We want to go visit Ireland. I have to say it like that. I think you guys are awesome. I love your accents. You probably think my accent's hilarious. My biggest learning so far from fearless riding, I can control whatever I would like to happen during my ride. I love it, Georgiana. Okay, I've got my eggs and avocado. Okay, I'm schooling a youngster for a friend of mine, and he's went from not understanding the canter aid to getting really excited and trying to bronc. Any tips? Yeah. Canter trot transition, so only a little bit of canter back to trot, so we're not getting, and don't let the head go down. Don't worry about getting the transition round, because a horse can only bronc if their head's down. Think of a real bronking rock star at a rodeo. Their head is way down between its knees so it can bronc up. So get its head up, then it won't be able to do that, and just get it. Trot, canter, big, pat, you're the best horse in the world. Trot, canter, pat, you're the best horse in the world. Amy, yes, come to see us here. I love your accent, much better than ours. I love all accents. I think it's gorgeous. All right. What else have we got? Love that advice with the half halts for the horses hanging. Good. Okay. Tips on getting a young horse on the bit. Get it forward. Get it working from behind. You know, people always say that, working from behind. What is that? Just really going in the trot. Boom, 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 boom. Not running, but active from behind, like active hind legs. And then you want to keep your reins. You want to play with your lower fingers. You want to play that bit over their tongue. And you want to make it that there's resistance on the bit when their head's up in the sky. And that resistance goes away. And it's a soft, marshmallow, fabulous, wonderful place when they drop their head and connect over their back. So, and then they go, oh, this is a nice place to be. And they hang there. I hope you guys are eating too. Otherwise, it's just awkward that I'm eating. Oh, I'm so glad you stopped and clarified what working from behind means. Thank you. My pleasure. Always ask for clarification. I know I used to hate that. People would be like, you know, yeah, it's got to work from behind. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know what that looks like. Okay. I have a habit of drawing up my heels during the sit part of the rising trot. Any tips for keeping my leg long and not scrunching too much when I sit? Yeah, stamp down through the heel when you sit. So up, down. Like it even says it in the words. Up, down, and think stamp down, stamp down, stamp down. So your ankle goes down, 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 down. Let me know if that makes sense. I am from Jordan. I have an Arabian horse. I want to know if I can late her jamming. I'm not quite sure what the question is. Sorry, I don't, yeah, so can you take the horse jumping? I wouldn't know. Whatever you know, if the horse has jumped before, you can teach a horse to jump. When I ask my horse for a more forward trot, he tries to canter and refuses to be more active in the trot. Any advice? It's training. Ask for a forward trot, he canters back to trot. Ask for forward trot, he asks for canter back to trot. Ask for forward trot, he asks for canter back to trot. You ask for forward trot, He might give you, he might walk. Ask for trot. They're allowed to give you the wrong answers. They're learning. That's how we learn. Any human, any animal learns that way. If you're teaching your kids something and can you go pick up that off the floor? Can you go pick that up off the floor? Like, you just need to keep asking the question. And if they give you an answer that isn't the answer that you want, you keep going, asking the same question, going, well, that's not the answer I want. And the horses are lovely. They're always trying to find the answers to your questions. It does. I will try it during my ride tomorrow. Good. My mum struggles with sitting trot. The horse has a bouncy trot. Make the trot smaller. Forget about how the horse should go. So this is where dressage is a complete contradiction. So get the horse working from behind, get the horse active behind, get the hind legs active and moving forward. Except when you are trying to master the skill of sitting trot and connecting your seat bones into the saddle and plugging into the saddle, then forget about training the horse. You're now training you, and bring that trot back to just a jog. Okay. Do you know how to strengthen a gaited horse so they stop cross-firing in the canter? Are you talking about like a trotter that doesn't canter? And cross-firing, do you mean disunited? I think you mean disunited. So if the horse is disunited, bring it back to trot, ask for true canter. If it disunites, bring it back to trot, ask for the canter. It's just the boring training thing. That's not what I want. Come back, try again. That's not what I want. Come back, try again. That's not what I want. Come back, try again. No emotion involved, no stress involved. Doesn't matter if you get it on the first time or the 100th time. Makes no difference to me. I'm calm, I'm poised, and I'm going to ask again and again until I get the answer. I love that you didn't stop going to Grand Prix with Arbor just because someone said you couldn't. Go Tash. Yeah, I'm a bit stubborn. Okay, how to keep my hands still in canter. The hands move because your body's moving. So you have to disconnect your hands from your body. So practice like holding 2 glasses of water and squat. Practice holding 2 glasses of water and walking. That you can probably do because you've already trained your neurology. But squat. Do a one-legged squat. Do a one... you can't do a one-legged lunge. You've got to have the other leg back. Don't laugh at me. But yeah, do different things with your lower body while you learn to keep your upper body still. And that'll help. Okay. What else have we got? How else can I help? I feel this is very boring. You're just staring at me. Eating my eggs and avocado. Oh, what are you doing, Phil? I left some rubbish out. How do you know when a horse is ready to retire? They tell you. They're tired or they've lost the energy for the work. And then they get to go live in a big paddock, hopefully. Good question, Sharon. Does pedaling your seat bones actually mean putting 20 kilos or a fair bit of weight down in your seat bones? No, it's just, so I wouldn't say 20 kilos. I would say the horse's pelvis has pushed up. So there's just naturally more weight in my other seat bone. So I haven't put the weight there. The way the horse has moved has put the weight there. And I'm just going to hang with that weight. Like if I want to pedal faster or pedal slower, I'm just going to hang with that weight lesser or more before I transfer it to the other side, if that makes sense. Any advice for working with a hyper-aware spooky horse? Yep, always have the shoulder control. Don't let the horse look at anything. So more a shoulder 4 and a shoulder in if you need to, and heaps of transitions, heaps of changes of directions, heaps of forward back, heaps of shoulder and travers renverse, heaps of leg yield left, leg yield right, heaps of big trot, little trot, canter, big canter, little canter, trot, canter transitions, canter, trot, walk, canter, walk, just always something. So the horse is like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Because otherwise they're like, what's over there? So you want it to pay attention to over here. Oh, research paper has worn me out. So proud of your ambition for positive learning opportunities. I got to get some sleep. Good night, Laurie. Sleep well. Okay. Howdy. I'm a hack rider and I've got an off-the-track thoroughbred who used to wear a tongue tie when racing. Do I need to worry about this when I go for a ride, as he took off on me before and I couldn't stop him? That's where you came in. Phyllis riding. Oh, awesome. Maybe that had something to do with it. I'd love to ride him on a loose rein, but I feel I have to hold reins over his neck tight for control because he's fresh. Okay, I don't know anything about a tongue tie. I don't know if that's a bit or something that they did. Like, did they actually tie his tongue? I'm sorry, I just have no knowledge around any of that. If you can't stop him, then I would say look up my video on the one rein stop, because you need to have something in your bank, a skill in your bank that means you can stop your horse. You always want to make sure that you can stop your horse. So for me, it's the one rein stop. And so I can ride a horse on a loose rein, because if nothing happens, then that's fine. If something does happen, it's going to take me all of 1 second to get my rein where it needs to be to do a one rein stop. Oh my God, they tied his tongue down. What is wrong with people? Well, you would think that would make you run. So the fact that he's not having that, you know, let him have that relationship with the bit. Oh my God, it's an elastic strap. Okay, yeah, well, yeah. So you don't need to have one of them. I don't see how that would stop them running. I don't even understand that. Good, Lyndall. Olivia, I just jumped my horse 50 centimetres without hands in the scary end of the arena. Good job. Okay. When I'm in the canter, my lower leg swings. Do you have any tips to make it stronger? That's so normal, Catherine. And so, like, you are just so right where you need to be. That happens to everyone. And it's awesome that you have awareness that you do it, which means that you'll now have awareness to not do it. So just put more weight down through your ankles. Your legs should be heavy. There needs to be weight down there. So give that a go. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to know about the tying. That just sounds ridiculous. So, all good. What have we got? I'm not getting through my breakfast that well. Okay. How else can I help? How are we doing with homeschooling? Phil and I are failing quite spectacularly in that department. Uh-oh, I knew that was going to happen. I can't talk and eat. Okay, I'm going to put my food down so I can pay attention to you guys. I can't eat and talk. Okay, how come Phil's not riding today? I was looking forward to it. Come and tell everyone why you're not riding today. Come and say hello.
No reason. You didn't get my horse ready.
Come and say hi. You were going to get your own horse ready.
Hello. I'm number one. I haven't quite made the other one. There we are. No, we'll be doing riding soon and shortly, won't we?
Friday.
Perhaps, yes.
Yep. Okay. So Friday, are we going to do my ride and your ride? Should we do both? Oh, we can't do both.
No, that'd be boring for them. They'd probably just want to see your ride.
Okay. So my ride Friday, your ride maybe next Tuesday.
Yep.
Done. Okay. How's that? We don't bite, Phil. Do you want to show them your breakfast? So Phil's breakfast is the same, except he doesn't eat avocado. Why do you not eat avocado? I can't control my fat.
I've already put my fat sauce on here.
He measures how much fat he puts on his food. So did you do coconut oil or butter?
Coconut oil and a little bit of butter.
10 grams of coconut oil?
To make up 20 grams.
Okay. And you've got rice. So he's got rice, peas and egg at the moment. Okay. Heaps of people are saying hi to you. I think they like you more than me.
Oh, there you go. No, we'll be on Arbor. Am I riding Arbor? Yes. Well, there's clearly no one else to ride.
Ride Q.
We'll be taking Arbor for a ride soon.
Soon. Okay.
On the lunge, am I? I'm going to be on the lunge.
I don't think you should be on the lunge.
I think on the lunge. Just to work on my trot with no stirrups.
Oh, there was another thing. Can we tell them about the challenge? Guys, do you want us to do this? So Phil said I get him for 15 minutes and I can do whatever I want with him. So I can put him on arbor with no stirrups and make him do rising trot for a full 15 minutes. But then that means Phil gets me for 15 minutes. So he's either going to make me do a cold plunge in the 10-degree swimming pool.
Oh, yes.
Or take me into the gym and make me like do weighted lunges for 15 minutes straight. So I can't walk.
Might do both now, actually.
No, you can't do both. It wouldn't be time. You only get me for 15 minutes.
I will run.
No, I'm not running. So, we thought that would be cool. Phil's making sure he stays in shape for you, Tash. Ooh la la. That is right. Got to do that. So who would just like to see Phil be crucified on the horse and have to do rising trot for 15 minutes and I just don't have to do anything? No one wants to see me do a cold plunge. It would just be screaming.
No, you have to keep doing your life.
Oh, I have to answer questions. They're not going to get probably very good answers. Toilet paper challenge. We have to do that. Can we do that on Tuesday as well? We'll do that on Tuesday as well. Something.
For you.
For me. Yeah, well, not for you.
No, you can, yeah.
Okay. So, I've gotten a bit distracted. Anything else I can help you guys with? I don't have control of my lower legs, so I don't wear spurs. That's so smart of you. Well done. How do I lengthen the stride when I use up all the legs that I've got and I don't get a response from the horse? Awesome. I love Alexander. Yes, I have limited sources of entertainment. Okay, so what you've done is trained your horse. I used to be exactly the same. I used to have all this leg on just to canter. But then I went, if I've got all this leg on just to canter, how much more leg do I need to do a half pass? Because now not only do I want to keep cantering, I also want to go sideways while I keep cantering. And then what if at the end of that half pass, I want to keep cantering and I want to keep going sideways and I want to do a flying change? I don't have enough leg for all three of those things. So what you need to do is realize your reaction. So you don't have an extended trot problem. You have a reaction to the leg problem. Your legs need to come off. They need to whisper on. And if the horse doesn't fly and explode from your light leg, you need to back it up with a really, really strong aid. So your horse learns to react off your light aids. That is your job as a dressage rider, to train your horse to respond to the lightest of your seat aids, the lightest of your rein aids, and the lightest of your leg aids. That's what makes it effortless. Right, I'm not an octopus. I know. And I know that feeling. You feel that you need to be. Okay. Thanks, Pancake. I want to try, but don't want to ask wrong. Maybe that wasn't meant for me. Who's Pancake? Excellent. All right. So, I would love to know, was today a better time, a worse time? I know it's not a good time for everyone in Europe, so we will be doing some very early morning ones as well, but we just wanted to check if this was a better time. I have no idea if it suits better or not. We will do a post of when we're going to go live tomorrow. Like I said, the link for the Easter package is yourridingsuccess.com/Easter at home. We'll also put the links up for my free classes that you can go to get more help in your dressage riding and in your fear riding. And also, anything else? Oh, just hit subscribe, hit like, and hit follow if you got value from today. I don't know how valuable I was today, but then you'll also get notified when I go live next. And obviously, we're going to go live on the horse again on Friday. And Sunday, I want to go live at the piano again. We have had a lot of requests. Phil has been learning a couple of songs. So if anyone has any requests that they want Phil to learn up for Sunday, we will do that for sure. Don't give me that look, Phil. Cool. All right. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.